Dear students, when we look back to the growth processes of Indian agriculture during the last 7 post-independence decades, we find several success stories which have not only transformed the country from the image, whatever it was, to the image of self-sufficient nation in food grains, but also to be leading exporter of some agricultural produces in the global market. In this laborious, long journey, the country has passed through some impressive revolutions in the agriculture sector. The Green Revolution has increased the food grain production from 51 to 253 million tons, whereas the Yellow Revolution enhanced the oilseed production from 5.2 to 26.7 million tons. The White Revolution has increased the milk production from 17 to 146.3 million tons, and the Blue Revolution could bring the production level of fish from 0.7 to 6.1 million tons. This phenomenal progress in food production during these decades emphasized the contribution of research-based new technological development involving new materials, methods, and ways of organizing farm inputs like seed of high-yielding varieties, water, fertilizer, plant protection chemicals, etc., that transform the agricultural scenario dramatically. Despite this magnificent progress during the past decades, we cannot ignore the other side of this story. The population has been escalating at alarming rate, while the average growth rate of total food grain production is not matching. So there is no other option except to produce more and more. Again, in a country like India, bumping up crop production by expanding the area under cultivation is almost next to impossible. Practically, the situation regarding the low position in respect of yield levels is attributed to poor input use efficiency, degradation of resources like soil and water, and deceleration of total factor productivity. This is therefore an urgent need for massive well-planned action program for enhancing input use efficiency and crop productivity to sustain the tempo of agricultural growth in both irrigated and rain-fed areas of our state as a whole. As Albert Einstein said, I quote, "We shall need a substantially new way of thinking if the humanity is to survive," unquote. Are you ready for this challenge? Don't forget that we are the first generation to be able to make serious effort to end poverty, and the last generation that can take up steps to avoid the worst impacts of climatic change. Future generation will judge us harshly if we fail to uphold our moral and historical responsibility. Farmers carry their knowledge and skills through their sweat and blood over more than 12,000 years. Please don't forget to respect the knowledge and wisdom of the farmers and their forefathers. Learn from them the intricacies of traditional agriculture and blend the same with your scientific orientation.